Hello, if you're a local business in SA and you want Vince and I to join you on site for one of our on-site live recording sessions of our podcast, please reach out to us at hello@livinpodcast.com.
It's a great opportunity for expanded reach, customer interactions, and some authentic storytelling opportunities for your brand.
Not to mention fun.
Of course it's fun. So email us at hello@livinpodcast.com and we will see you on site really soon.
I could have killed Christmas.
Could have.
Murderer.
Would have called you the Grinch.
We call you the Grinch. We do. Many Grinch stories. Little huge.
Wouldn't call him little.
Okay, I will lead this in way better.
Okay.
Okay, welcome back to another episode of Livin with Nancy Timpano and Vince Fusco. Pizza Fusco.
I really like that name. I like that. I've rocked up in this shirt and you said Vince Pizza Fusco. Here he is.
Here he is.
Food-based clothing once again.
You want a pizza me?
You want a pizza me? Home slice. Oh, my goodness.
Okay, I've got a topic for you.
Okay.
And we have to sort of warn parents out there if they're listening to this episode with their kids. Maybe I just want to know: has there been
before we
an
get
age?
into it?
You lead us in because I'll kill it.
If you are listening to this with little ears around, maybe this is the episode you should pause and come back to when you're alone.
Yes.
Not one to listen to with the kids. This one.
Okay.
Here's why. Take it away, Nancy.
All right, thank you. At what age do your kids find out and how do you handle it? When do they find out that Santa isn't real or the elf on the shelf isn't real? And what do you do?
Hang on.
Yeah.
Are you saying Santa's not real?
Oh, God.
Are you killing this for me?
Mrs. Fusco, we need to talk. Mama Fusco, what have you done to him? Okay. Because this week, this is what happened. We're walking home from school with Jaden and he goes, Mom, and he goes, do you know what one of my friends said at school today? And I'm like, what? Wasn't ready for it. He goes, he said that Santa's not even real and that our parents buy those presents for us instead. And I don't know how I did it, but boom, autopilot. I went, well, that's a bit silly. Why would I waste my money to buy more presents?
Perfect response.
And we were walking and he went, good point, Mum. I said, so you go tell your friends, why would your parents waste their money?
When Santa's making all this stuff with all those elves.
Because I've been in a lot of trouble this week with, the other thing that happened this week that, I keep looking, don't I? Look at me, very sus, is it was Sunday, a couple of days ago, and I heard a scream from Jaden in the other room, and I'm like, what's going on? I said, Mom! And I'm like, what happened? And he runs in with our elf on the shelf, and our elf on the shelf is called Shelfie. And what happened is when I put up the Christmas tree, he was in there with the decorations, so I quickly grabbed him and hid him in a cupboard.
Yeah.
And so Jaden's gone to look for something, and he's come out with Elf on the Shelf, and he's like, Mum, he's here! And I'm like,
well, that's no, but that works out because he's just appeared.
Yes, I know, but wait, there's way more to this, And I'm like, where did you find him? And he's like, he was just in the cupboard. And I'm like, okay, so he hasn't really caught on that he was just thrown in the cupboard. And he's like, he's here. And I'm like, that's a bit early. He normally comes on the 1st of December.
Correct.
But when Elf on the Shelf came to our house for the first time, I hadn't read the book, the instructions, the manual that comes with it.
Is there a manual?
Well, kind of, yeah, there's rules.
Geez.
I just heard of the term, so I kind of made it up myself.
That's what we're doing.
So we had our Elf on the Shelf. He appeared with a letter.
Yes.
And this has been absolute gold in our household. He appears with a letter, and by the end of the year, you're sort of learning from teachers, things that Jaden needs to work on or whatever. We know ourselves from home, things that he could work on. So he rocks up with a letter and say, hi, Jaden, I'm here for to help Santa keep an eye on you up until Christmas. There have been a few things we've been noticing.
We've got some feedback.
Like blah, 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 blah. So should you wish for your wish list to come true, we need you to work on these from the 1st of December up until Christmas. Do you have that? Are you ready to do that? And he's like, oh my God, and he is an absolute angel for those 3-4 weeks leading up to Christmas. And that's the way we've done it. So this time he's rocked up with no letter.
He's just here.
And I've said to you, we're screwed. he's not gonna be good now up until Christmas because he's got no threats, no nothing.
Okay.
So I'm still working on it because, well, by the time this airs, probably 1st of December is just hit, or this might go to air 1st of December, so it might just be perfect, something like that.
I feel like this would be maybe our second last episode.
Oh, maybe.
This will be episode 39.
So what I'm thinking to do is post a letter for him to have in the letterbox on the 1st of December saying, hey, you weren't meant to find me, but the reason I rocked up early is I was just really keeping an extra eye on you, blah, blah, blah.
I was just going to say exactly that. Let's have a letter roll up.
Yes. Oh, it
from
will.
Santa.
Oh,
saying
yes.
To Shelfie
Correct.
and Jaden.
Yes.
Hey, Shelfie, you left North Pole a bit early this year.
Yes. Good idea. Love your work. So my little book club, I put it on book club. I'm like, girls, help. He's rocked up early, because the sad part about it is, firstly, yes, lucky that he still believes he's real. But the sad part is I've got 2 extra weeks of hiding him, and that's the pain of my existence.
Can't he just sort of like go on a little vacay? Go spend a couple of weeks at the beach, Shelfie.
Well, again,
come on,
parents over here, parents of the year, Huge and I. Well, many times I've gone to bed before Huge, and I've gone, make sure you hide him before you go to bed. But Huge has forgotten. So he's gotten up, because the other thing is, because apparently the elf is magic. You're not meant to touch elf on the shelf, because I didn't read the bloody manual, did I?
Come on, Nance, come on. I didn't even know there was a manual, so now I have to read
it. Well, yes, it comes with a book. If you buy the bloody $70 version of, like, silly, who would do that?
Hang on.
You get
Isn't
your
it just like a $2 elf from like a reject shop or something?
Well, you can. Ours is a lovely one from Christmas Heirloom Company.
Oh, that makes more sense. Of course,
there you go. Mine's a lovely one. But anyway, what I wrote in the letter, because I didn't know the rules initially, is so every day after you find me, please put me back here where he was first found on day 1, because that's my spot to observe what's going on throughout the day. And so every day when you find me, because we got told off saying he's not meant to touch the elf, he's magic. And I'm like, really? We pick him up and we put him back in his spot every day. Too many rules.
Yeah.
But the question today is, when have your children found out that perhaps Santa's not real, or Elf on the Shelf is really not real?
Now,
How did you find out? Do you remember? It was too long ago for me.
No, but honestly, I was maybe 6 years old, and I remember finding it was a car track.
I love how we're still whispering, because we've already warned I think we're doing it for Jaden.
We're whispering more for Jaden's sake,
correct.
because he is in the next room. But I remember being like, and Christmas is my favourite time.
Yes.
Like, I love putting up the tree.
Yes.
I love everything about Christmas. Yes. Who doesn't? Like, do you know what I mean? But I remember walking into like the dining room, the formal dining room at Mum and Dad's house, which was,
Oh, the one with the plastic?
No, the one that we're not allowed in. The one that has all the glassware on display that we're not allowed to touch.
Right.
And I remember walking in there and seeing a remote control, like the race car, like a slot car track. And being like, oh my God, what is this? What is this? Like, it's what I wanted. It's what I asked for. But this is like 4 weeks before Christmas.
Right.
And then Dad was like, oh, what are you doing in there? No, that's not, come on, I don't even know. Mum must have bought that for somebody else. Whatever. Maybe it's a birthday present for your cousin or something. Come Christmas morning,
you didn't get it.
Santa delivered that.
Oh, no.
And I just, no. It didn't upset me. It didn't even really click. But I think about it in retrospect, and I'm like, I totally remember seeing it and finding that and being like so excited, and then so disappointed, and then so like, I got it. But then trying to piece it together. My brother is 5 years younger than me, so he would have been like 1 that year. Forward for him, he would have been maybe 4 years old, and I would have been 9.
Yeah.
And I still, again, so I don't know the age I'd found out, because even this age, in this story, we used to go to a family member's house every Christmas Eve up in the hills and have Christmas Eve dinner with everyone, and it was always a lovely time. My eldest sister, Sonia, went out this Christmas Eve with her then partner, and I will never forget that Christmas morning. We woke up and Sonia said, oh, guys, when we got home last night, it was close to midnight, and we saw a little man on the roof. And I remember also being like, what? And Faye was also like lit up, and she was like, yeah, we pulled in the driveway and we saw this little man running, and he like went up on the roof and took off. So beautiful setup. Yeah. Right? And I was in awe.
Oh.
And I said, well, where was he running from? And she said, he ran to the garage. He was running from the garage up the stairs, back up to the roof, and then took off. Why was he in the garage? So we go to the garage, we open the doors, a brand new green lizard bike for my brother, right? And it was just magic. I just remember that being one of my favourite magic Christmas moments. And then like his face and like him riding it around the house. And all day I was like asking questions. What did he look like? How fast was he running? Who was on the roof?
Oh my God.
How many reindeer were there? Did you speak to him? No, but she said he was about this small. It was just a little. I said, was it Santa? It didn't look like Santa, but Santa might have been inside and the elf might have been delivering downstairs. Like, it was a fucking excellent,
Wow.
elaborate.
Beautiful execution.
Beautiful. And to this day, I think Fabe and I, we've talked about it a fair bit. That Christmas really sticks in our heads. It's just a magical, and even I can picture it in my head.
Wow.
I love it. But I then remember getting to like 14.
Mm.
That seems too old. But at 14,
Yeah.
I think is by the point that I was like, Santa's not.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
Math and Tony doing the hard work back here.
Yes.
And I was okay with that. It does take away a little bit of the magic. I love now as a parent. Oh, my God. I love it so much.
I know.
But part of me is like, it is the greatest lie ever told.
It is. It really is, and it's bloody expensive. So in one way,
Is
it's
it though?
beautiful. Well, it's beautiful. Okay, I know where you're going to go, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying is it's an extra.
I sound
it's
like a
an
tart, I say that.
extra because we're just buying double presents.
Yes and no. So what we do is, I guess, like so even like today I was asking him on the way to kindy, like, hey, what are you thinking? Because we're going to see the big man on Friday.
Yeah.
And see
If you're
you there.
listening,
if you're
Santa.
listening, Santa, I'm going to come and see you on Friday. And he was like, I want a skateboard. And I was like, a skateboard?
Wow.
Yeah, that was my reaction.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Do you know how to skate? No. Cool, I'm going to learn. Good for you. But am I going to buy a skateboard? I don't know if I will. Because again, like, is it just... Do I get exactly what they ask for? Although we did last year and it was amazing.
Yeah, last year actually he had a fantastic everything he wanted.
Or what we do is like Santa will bring a good gift or what you asked for, and then we as the parents will get
Other things.
Yes. Obviously. But we're not spending the same value. Does that make sense? Like I'm not spending $100 from Santa and $100 from me.
Yeah, right.
No.
I know. I think last year, I mean, you know, Jaden's just soccer crazy. So last year he just really wanted FIFA 24 for his PlayStation, and, you know, he needed new soccer boot. I can't remember who got what, what Santa got, what we got, but everything was ticked. And this year it's actually huge expense because he needs a new bike.
Yeah.
So that's always a big one. Like he needs a new bike and he really wants a PlayStation Switch.
Oh, Nintendo Switch.
A Nintendo Switch, sorry.
I actually
Nintendo
asked him
Switch.
before. I will tell. I said to him before, I was like, hey, Jaden, what are you thinking for Christmas?
Did he say it?
Nintendo Switch.
Oh,
and I was like, have you seen the big man? He was like, the big man. I said, the man with the white beard and the red suit. He said, the fat man. And I said, he goes by many names. He said, Saint Nick. I said, call him what you want. Babbo Natale.
He actually only learnt Saint Nick, I think, last week. He said something, Mum, why does it say Saint Nicholas? And I said, well, that's Santa. And he's like, what?
Our boys asked us the exact same question yesterday. We're in the middle of Christmas movie season. I don't know what you guys do, but from like pageant day onwards, we are Christmas movie crazy. I watched Home Alone last week. It's my absolute favourite. Joy and I watched Die Hard last night. Another great Christmas film. It is. It's set at Christmas time. Watch it. It's great.
Okay.
But it's the idea of like, we're seeing him twice this Friday, for example. We've got our family photo and then we've got the childcare Christmas show, at which for the past 3 years I have been Santa Claus. And every year Leo says to me, Dad, you missed Santa. And I say, you're joking. Again, I've missed it. But then he kind of looks at me that little bit sideways and I change my voice and I put it on. And I've played Santa a few times like overseas and here in Australia for like Christmas shows and stuff. Which seems crazy because, hello, have you seen my body? But it's...
lots of padding.
Lots of padding. He looks at me like, with that little bit of a sideways glance, just my eyes, and I try to like cover my black bushy caterpillar eyebrows with some white makeup, but it's pretty difficult. And I'm just like, I don't want to shatter that for them.
Yeah.
But I know that it's going to come.
Yeah,
so
I
Leo
know.
said the same thing, like, is Santa real? He asked me the other day, and I was like, yes, of course he is. Like, but why wouldn't he be? But I never ever had like a formal, my parents were never like, It's us.
I can't remember
We just
when it
get it
happened
padded out.
either. I cannot remember. But like last week was a quick save, and
That's a good one,
he
though.
took that. He was
Why
like,
would I
oh,
waste
yeah,
my money? I
yeah,
love
it's
that.
why
I
would-
love that.
So he took that. The other thing that we did, ruining Christmas, is when Shelfie rocked up. We were living somewhere else at the time. Shelfie rocked up with his letter and whatever, and it's, if you're naughty, it was the naughty and the nice list and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
If you're naughty, you're just going to get a sack of potatoes.
Sack
And
of
I
potatoes.
remember this particular Christmas, we did it like a footstep path, and he couldn't find presents on Christmas morning, and he's gone out, and then by the front door, there's this sack of potatoes, and then just a few of them have dropped out because he's dropped them along the way. And when he saw it, oh my God, he broke down.
I'm
I
breaking
know.
down. Like listening to
He
this.
was, oh my God,
I can't believe you did it though.
We did it.
But look, I love that. I'm so impressed because you have to.
But now we refer back. Remember that year you got potatoes?
Poor
and
trauma.
Then he followed more footsteps,
Yeah.
and he discovered that sack of potatoes must have been dropped for another naughty kid down the road because look, and he found his presents.
I love that. It's just enough to keep him honest.
But he was like, wow, it can happen. I saw potatoes.
Oh, I love that.
I saw potatoes. This can happen. So he's warned. We pulled out all the
love
stops.
that. No. I think it has to happen at least
Yep.
once. So I'm in the middle of that now. Like, you're going to get a lump of coal, mate.
Yeah,
You're going
right.
to get a lump of coal.
Yeah.
I think you got to do it. It's like anything. It's like any boundary or consequence that you
Yep.
set as a parent. You have to be willing to follow through.
Yeah.
I said it to you, I think, last time you came up to my place. The night before, they had this idea that they were just going to build a bear cave in the cabinet under the television. And so Leo thought it was fun to sit in there, and Roman just literally barricaded him with everything he could find in the house. Absolute disaster site. Guys, you've got to pack it up before you go to bed.
Yes.
And he goes, so if we don't pack it up before bed, we're not going to bed. I said, no. You still have to go to bed. If you don't pack it up before bed, it will be waiting for you tomorrow morning and you'll have to pack it up before kindy. Oh, but if I don't pack it up before kindy, I won't go to kindy. I said, no. You still have to do those things.
Yes.
This is now an addition. You have to do that. It'll be waiting for you when you come home, mate. Mum and I are not touching it this week. Okay, I'm not going to do it then. I said, okay, if you don't want to pack it up, you can hold the garbage bag for me while I chuck everything in the bin.
Ooh.
What did he say? I'll get the garbage bags. He's definitely my son, Nance. He's definitely my son.
Well, if you're going to help me.
He goes, I'll get the garbage. Where are they? He just calls me out of my bluff.
Wow.
The thing is, I don't bluff. Did I tell you what happened when they were Roman was spitting in the car a few weeks ago? Yeah, right? Spitting in the car.
Oh, spitting.
It drives me bananas.
Yes.
We hadn't even left our street yet. And Leo's doing that wonderful thing at the moment. He's being a good big brother and just letting me know when his brother's doing the wrong thing, which he directed him to do. And he goes, Dad, he's spitting in the car. And I was like, listen, mate, we're not spitting in the car. It's really disrespectful to our property, and that's gross. It's rude. We're not doing it. If you're going to spit in the car, I'm going to have to turn around or you're going to have to get out and walk. He kept going. I said, mate, I'm telling you now, if you're going to spit in the car, you're going to walk. He kept spitting. Pulled over, turned off the car, turned around, said, guys, what are we doing? And they just sort of sat there like, what are we doing, Dad? I said, we're just going to have one last chat about this before we decide what happens next. Are you going to keep spitting? He spits. So I step out of the car, open the back seat, open the back door, reach across, start unclipping their buttons.
Oh, my God.
Leo starts freaking out. Dad, what are you doing? Dad, what are you doing? I said, mate, I told you guys what's going to happen. You're going to have to walk. He goes, but we can't walk. We're just kids. That's the best, right? So, yeah, no, it's all right. You can walk. I'll drive alongside.
Wow.
But if you want to
I'll drive alongside.
I'm not going to let them walk off by themselves at this age, am I? I'm not even really going to, but I'm like, I've got to follow through with this.
Yes.
So I'm like, mate, I told you, if your brother's going to do it, if you can't respect the car, you're going to walk. Oh, we won't do it anymore, Dad. I said, no, fine, get out. No, we won't do it, Dad. I promise. They're clicking back in frantically, like, Dad, I promise. Anyway, I was like, okay, no worries. You sure? Cool. Go back in the car, music on, sunglasses, let's roll. No problem since. I told Joya when I got home, I said, you'll never believe it. Like, I pulled over, did it, like, had to really play that card. She goes, what are you going to do when they're old enough to call your bluff? I said, what are they going to do when they realise I'm not bluffing? And I think it'll be better when they're older because I don't bluff.
You won't. You actually...
Get the fuck out.
Oh,
walk.
God. Yeah.
Sorry. It's one of those things. There's an episode of Desperate Housewives that Joya just watched where she did that with her kids and they weren't there when she went back. Yeah, terrifying.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, Leo calls the bluff. I'll get the garbage bags, he reckons.
Wow.
So I'm going to have to tell him at some point, like,
Yeah.
hey, mate, this is on
It's
you now.
actually going to happen. Yeah. Okay. Different topic, but we
Different
do the
topic,
whole.
but I love being Santa. I love putting the
Yeah.
presents together. Do you do
Yes.
that on like the night before? Like I remember building his first bike.
Yeah.
Or it was second Christmas. And I was, Joy and I building a bike the night before. And I'm like, this is magic. Last year we were building a basketball, like a 4-in-1 basketball, soccer, hula hoop, golf thing. It's beautiful fun.
Love that. Actually,
I love
what
that.
we had to do last year was just perfect because last year it was really like everything soccer. Nothing's changed really. So Christmas Eve, he's gone to bed, and what's happened? I think we got it so huge, got it so far in advance. About 2 months before, we bought him like the big soccer goal that we've got in the backyard.
Yeah.
But what's happened is when we've gotten it, we've actually bought it. It was like already assembled or something, so we've had to deassemble it, and this thing is bloody big. So you can imagine.
How do you hide
so
that?
we had it under the carport on. There's a little boat out there that we just kind of put the poles over. But then there's all this net.
Yeah.
And he's like, Mum. So we walk past it every day when we get out of the car. We had that, and again, Nancy, just quick somehow.
It's a fishing net.
100%.
100%.
Because it's on the boat.
I love it.
And he's like, wow, that's a big net, Mum.
I'm going shark fishing
I know,
today.
that's right. I said, no, Dad wants to go one day, so he's bought this big net and blah, blah, blah.
I love that.
So, yeah, that morning it was just priceless. So he's opened his presents and he's really happy. He's got new soccer boots. He's got, his FIFA 24. He's got lots of books and things to do with soccer. So then the last thing, we're like, we've done that all in the morning with the blinds down. We've like, okay, put the blinds up now. It's a beautiful day. As the blinds have gone up.
Magic.
It was magical.
That's the best part about it.
Absolutely magical. So yes, there's so many beautiful
It really
parts.
is a yin and yang
Yes.
situation because
is.
it's the joy and the magic of creating that idea and the illusion of Santa or Elf on the Shelf.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's the sadness of it, I suppose, that when it is over,
Yeah.
like as much as it will end,
Yeah.
when do you do it? What age do you think is appropriate?
I don't think it's really up to us, is it? I think once friends and stuff really get in, probably the ones that have got older siblings, I think that's where it comes in. So I don't know. It would be nice if it came from us first, but then we don't want to be the ones that he's then going to school and killing it for his friends.
Totally. And I think even with
It's
older
hard.
siblings, like there are some lovely older siblings who keep it going for their younger ones.
Yeah. But there's one that I know that she's smart because she's realised, it ain't real, but if I go on about it, I don't get 2 presents.
Oh, yeah. Stick with the program.
So she's
keep the gifts coming.
She's like, exactly right. I'll get 1 present or 2. Santa's real.
Santa's real, mate.
Santa's so real.
I'm going to tell Mum and Dad that Santa's real this year as well. 36 years old.
Yeah, see
Still
how
waiting.
you go with that. See, now, tremendous, speaking of all things Christmas, tremendous and tremendous for me, and I don't even have to think about it. As you know, each year we do a KK Day.
Yes.
Before Christmas because it's purely just our immediate family. 39.
Or 30 of you.
Yeah, it's 39 or 41, something like that of us. But immediate because on Christmas sometimes there's extra cousins, aunties, uncles and whatever.
Yeah.
So we do KK Day. Just us. And we actually did it quite early this year. So, in November we've done KK Day and it's always my favourite.
We do love it.
I love it. I love Jaden spending that time with his cousins. I just love it. So it was an absolutely tremendous day for us.
I love it.
Yep. You?
Well, I'm a bit like you last week now.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
Always.
Tremendous.
Very good.
Because it's just been an incredibly busy week, as always, but I've found a lot of joy in that busyness.
Yep.
Because we're coming into that crazy part of the year where everyone is busy and the events stack up.
Yep.
It's sort of like Christmas lunch here, Christmas dinner's here. You've got clients wrapping up. I need projects ending before Christmas. It's manic. But I'm someone who doesn't like to sit still too long.
Yep.
I get, I just feel like it's unproductive time. I don't do well with it. So tremendous because all these new things, I haven't even still announced like my new business name, things like that I've been working on that's about to come out before like December, and in January is when I'll really start hammering it. But Tremendous to be busy. It's a gift
Yes,
to be busy. It's a gift to have work. It's a gift to have skills. It's a gift to, everything. I'm just feeling very grateful and blessed at this time.
And even the social events, how sometimes it's so busy, but I have to say that's also another gift that someone's wanting you to spend time with them and
lovely?
involve you.
Isn't that lovely?
So I think that is beautiful. So always up for a social event.
Yeah, look, Nancy's social timpano. That's what they call her. I love it. No, that's fantastic. Well, hey, look, there's one more episode next week.
Yeah.
Episode 40.
Whoa.
I might wear something a little bit fancy.
Should we go? I think we should make it festive.
Well, it was Christmas,
to
let's
finish
do
it off. Yeah.
Should we?
Yeah.
I know that we had the Christmas heirloom a couple of weeks back, but I reckon we can...
Maybe we can ask to go back for the final one.
Ooh. I'll dress like an elf on a shelf.
Hey, yeah. Oh.
Wouldn't be the first time, as you know. I've told that story. All right,
so maybe we'll
let's
go back there
workshop
for
that.
the last one. Anyway.
We'll talk about it. Guys,
Okay.
have a wonderful week wherever you are, whoever you're spending it with. If you are doing Santa or Elf on the Shelf, good luck with it this year.
Yeah. Good luck. And if you've got any horror stories, leave it on our comments as
Oh my
well.
God, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Have a great week.
Am I living?
I like the naughty Elf on the Shelf.
The naughty, okay.
I saw one where he was look like wee-wees in shot glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that one?
I have. I've seen a few. Actually, this year I've gone next level. I've joined a Facebook group for ideas. I know.
There's a Facebook group?
Yeah.
Join me. Add me.
I will.
Am I living?
We love all our Livin listeners, but you know what we'd love even more? We would absolutely love it if you could possibly hit that follow button.
Oh, don't just hit the follow button. Hit the download button. Hit the share button. Hit the love button. 5 stars.